internet friends, and today we're traveling back in time to a place much more mysterious than our present. We're going back to the ancient and old world, back to a time when science wasn't always there to explain the mysteries of the universe, and when we couldn't document our own history with the snap of a simple photo. All we're left with today is what was left behind, so without further ado, I give you 3 historical mysteries. 300,000 years ago, man and beast walked amongst each other on the same earth, but their coexistence wasn't always so peaceful. Located in the western Guizhou Plateau in southern China, there is a cave known as the Panxiang Dadong, or the Big Cave of Panxian. The entrance to the Panxiang Dadong is embedded along the flank of a karst tower and overlooks a small valley from about 1 mile above sea level. The cave extends back 220 meters and is roughly the size of 1.5 football fields. The first excavations took place in 1990 to 1993, and paleontologists discovered evidence of humans utilizing the cave over a long period of time, even as far back as 300,000 years ago. Others say that the deposits found at the Panxiang Dadong might be traced back as far as 700,000 years ago, making it one of the earliest human populations known to exist in Asia. However, this wasn't the strangest thing they found at the Panxiang caves. Prehistoric deposits uncovered in the cave included over 40 species of mammals, stone artifacts, as well as human and animal teeth. Many of the bones that were discovered came from larger animals, such as elephant-like stegodons and rhinoceroses, both of which were not cave-dwelling species and were unlikely to have wandered in of their own accord. Which raises the question, how did these animals end up in the caves a mile above sea level where they didn't belong? Lynn Shepard, a paleoanthropologist from the University of Cincinnati, theorizes that the animal remains can more than likely be traced to the human activity in the cave. She reported that many of the bones had been damaged, with some having marks that suggested they'd been pounded with tools, cut, or even burned. It is possible that the animals were being caught and hunted for food. However, the younger the animal, the easier the hunt. And while many of the stegodons found were young, the rhinoceroses were a different story, with all ages and sizes being represented in the deposits. Shepard concluded that this was no random assortment of mammals and that the humans dwelling in this cave had clear-cut reasons for choosing the prey they did. Though as of right now, their motive remains a mystery. We don't always have bones to help us understand the past, but sometimes what we do have is even stranger. This is most definitely the case when it comes to Easter Island. Located over 2,000 miles off the coast of Chile in the southeastern Pacific Ocean, Easter Island has been the home of the Rapa Nui culture since around 1000 CE. While only about 6,000 island inhabitants remain, what their ancestors left behind withstands the test of time. Monolithic statues scattered across the island's landscape are known as moai. There are 887 moai, ranging in size from 3 feet to 33 feet, and weighing up to 82 tons. What they all have in common, though, is a sculpted heavy brow, protruding lips, and an elongated, oversized head. These enormous statues are sometimes referred to as the Easter Island heads, as many of them have been buried up to their neck from dirt and detritus washing downhill over the years. However, each moai does have a body, and in recent excavations, efforts have been made to unearth, study, and preserve what was previously buried. The feeling of being watched is inescapable on Easter Island, but the question remains, what were the moai's purpose? Many archaeologists believe that the moai were built and erected to represent the power and authority of important chiefs or ancestors who had passed away. Archaeologist Joanne Van Tilburg also theorized that the moai acted as a conduit to help the Rapa Nui people communicate with the gods. Of course, this is all educated speculation, and unfortunately, no documentation exists from the Rapa Nui to give us any concrete answers. Without historical documentation, many traditions and explanations are lost to us. But sometimes, even when you have pages and pages of text, The past is still shrouded in mystery. Wilfrid Voynich, born on Halloween in 1865, was a Polish book dealer, which is why it wasn't unusual for him to acquire a great deal of unusual books. And so it made sense that the manuscript he acquired in Italy was anything but normal. Later named after Wilfrid, the Voynich manuscript is a handwritten, illustrated text possibly written during the Italian Renaissance. It is written in a text that has yet to be deciphered. The Voynich manuscript has passed between the hands of many professional cryptographers and even some code breakers from both world wars, and yet no one can decode the text found inside. The book's content is widely varied and its illustrations are puzzling to say the least, making it even more difficult to interpret. The manuscript contains drawings of over 100 unidentified plants and astronomical and astrological drawings with references to planets and zodiac symbols. Also inside is a strange section containing drawings of nude females sporting swollen abdomens, standing in pools of fluid connected by tubes. Several cosmological medallions can be found inside, in addition to drawings of over 100 different medicinal herbs and roots. The last portion of the book is mainly text, speculated to be recipes, with the only adornment being star-like flowers drawn in the margins. The Voynich manuscript is suspected to be what is known as a pharmacopoeia, or a book that identifies compound medicines and their uses. There has been speculation that Voynich himself fabricated the entire document, as he did have knowledge of antique texts. However, that possibility was eliminated when the book was carbon dated back to the 1400s, centuries before Wilfrid's time. Throughout the years, though many have tried, the manuscript has yet to be solved, and it currently resides in Yale's Rare Manuscripts and Books Library. If you're curious, you can browse the book in its entirety by clicking on the link in the description below. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this bizarre blast from the past, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. If you'd like to stay tuned for more creepy and strange videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the corner. If you're already subscribed, thank you, and don't forget to follow me on social media. I have a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Tumblr. All the links can be found in the description below. Alright friends, I will see you in the next video. Until then, keep the weird alive. I'll see you then. Goodbye.